And there have been times when a bit of the old glue really rings the bell, believe me. I mean, take it from me. Right under your kitchen sink, 15 or 20 taxis just waiting to take you downtown.
Solvents include glue, dry cleaning fluids, butane, petrol, and aerosol propellants. Vapors are inhaled from bags, rags, or the original containers. The effects can be euphoria and hallucinations.
Hang on, time out. How the hell do you abuse a can of hairspray? No. How? Mum?
You see, more and more aerosols are using butane as a propellant. And it is this that you are abusing when you sniff a can of hairspray.
Oh, yes, I see, Phyllis.
And nowadays, a common method is to take a condom and fill it with butane and then inhale the butane from the condom.
Oh, I see. Excellent.
Well, you see, in that way, there's absolutely no danger of it getting stuck on your head if you pass out.
Of course.
But if you do sniff glue from a bag, for God's sake, make sure that it's no bigger than a crisp packet.
Quite.
Well, yeah, straight through my head. Goes through all of you, really. You just feel real weird. Very loud ringing in the ears.
Swaying and...
You like when you get pins and needles?
I found it from very sexual.
You feel like your hands are melting.
It's quite nice.
I got hard-ons from doing petrol and stuff like that.
You actually see things, people. You actually see people chasing you and stabbing you and things, depending what buzz you was on at the time.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Oh, hell, you only live once. Okay, I'll give it a blast.
I bet it's very handy if you don't want your mum to know you've been getting off your face.
I'm worried about you.
I'm all right, Mum. Just leave me alone.
Yes, but not so handy in other ways.
I was taken to Oldham Infirmary when I was 10 years old with solvent addiction.
But I quite fancied the idea.
My kidneys are collapsed.
I burnt all the lining of my stomach and all down my tubes, you see.
But it was just the fear that put me off.
And I was in agony, really, really bad pain.
Like, oh yeah, come on lads, let's go and snort a bag of glue and then throw up everywhere.
I've lost more mates working on solvent abuse than any other programme. Apart from getting out of it and doing some dodgy things like falling off your bench or wetting yourself, you can choke on your vomit, you can suffocate, your heart can pack up or your lungs can fill up with fluid like a drowned rat.
You was paranoid. You was in another, especially at that young age, you was living in another world.
Not my sort of scene, really, you know.
It ruins your life. Turns your life upside down.
You do get a good buzz off it. It's a good laugh and everything, but it could end up with you killing yourself. 3 of my friends killed themselves.
Would you like some more tea, ladies?
Not just now, thank you, dear.
No, stop! This is not the gig at all. Where are all the pucker narcotics? Where's all the gear? The boss highs? This is my trip and I want classy drugs. I want something that's gonna pick me up and take me someplace I wanna fucking go. I want glamour. I want sexy. I want racy. I mean, fuck down. I can do down. I spent all my sodding life doing perfectly well going down on my own, so to speak. I mean, I want to change. Take me high. Take me higher. I want to go up. I want to go up, and away.
I'm going all the way, yeah. I'm going all the way. I'm going all the way, yeah.
Now, before we continue, I want to make something perfectly clear. It's important to understand the difference between psychological dependence and physical addiction. It's the difference between a want and a need. For instance, you might really want to have a bath, but sometimes you really need to go to the toilet. Oh, come on! Time is running out! That's the difference between dependence and addiction. Rage on.
I see the towns from the north to the south, from the east to the
Whiz, Billy's, Charge, Wadrina, Surf, Meet Me, Purple Heart, Poor Man's Cook, Speed, Pip Pills, Texas, Minstrel, Sweets, Flags, Bombers, Dominoes, Dick, French Blues, Yellow Belly, Berwick, Crank, Apps, Blues.
Illegal amphetamine usually comes as a bitter-tasting off-white powder. It can be snorted, swallowed, or injected. Speed is usually cut to less than 5% purity, but the effect is like a rush of adrenaline.
Now this is more bloody like it. Hello, I've arrived.
And they're off. Speed makes you feel confident, alert, energetic, and cheerful. You don't feel hungry, and you can't sleep. It makes you talk. A lot. Mostly bollocks.
Well, I'm not going to, I know I didn't say that to her, but I thought... Well,
Hitler took amphetamines every day, so take enough of it and you'll be goose-stepping around the room in no time. When you take loads and you'll invade Poland.
If I was your special friend and you bothered to ring me up, then of course I would tell her.
And they're off.
Sort of like a flock of birds rising and leaving all at once. It's just everything just goes to pieces.
It's just like a mad rush. You're dancing like really fast. You just...
You can look at the telly.
I love it.
But you want to listen to your music.
It's cheap.
But at the same time, you also want to look out the window.
Accessible.
You want to do everything in one go.
You can't sit down.
Just totally chat each other to death.
It just gives you that lift.
It's hard and fast.
It's fine.
Like your head totally explodes.
It's slow as well. It's hot. If you know what I mean, it's many things at once.
It's a cop-out, but...
Fragments everything.
It's a wide-awake buzz.
But it intensifies everything. It's quite strange.
I don't know that it really does you that much harm.
I don't think I'm wrong if I say that I have just got off the bus at Drugs Central. This is my kind of town.
You do it 3 or 4 days in a row, and you're literally hooked on the stuff.
From the outset, it's a really grim drug.
It has a heavy come down. It's very depressing.
Well, to be honest, I used to feel really, really, really bad.
It's one of those drugs where you spend hours doing something really interesting.
Your tongue's hanging out of your head and your eyes are rolling back.
And you wake up and think, what the hell is that? What a load of crap.
Feeling about as ill as you can imagine feeling.
I mean, by the end of it, you're haggard. You're knackered.
I remember being in tears frequently after nights of taking a lot of speed.
Your brain's been minced. And sort of, you just want it all to stop.
Happy with your amphetamine sulfate? How about close-up? If you think dishwasher powder belongs up your nose, then this is the drug for you. The label says hot, the flea powder says not.
If it's not that clean, you tend to get a really, really intense burning sensation.
It's got to be 1 in a million. You get 100% pure speed. It's cut with Vim. It's cut with talcum powder. Another friend of mine came across some stuff that was without a doubt cut with toilet cleaner. You could taste the lemon fresh. It was.
And that's what hurts your nose and makes your eyes water.
You never ever know what it's cut with, and you go sticking stuff like that into your veins, then you're asking to die, basically.
So, you take speed for long enough, and you become tired, irritable, and neurotic. In layman's terms, you turn into your mother.
I'm all right, Mum. I'll snap out of it.
Apart from the fact that it rots your gums,
rots your teeth,
stomach.
Occasionally I'd be sick and headaches.
Your skin's bad.
My mouth used to ulcer.
I've had friends with foaming, bleeding noses.
Bleeding gums.
The pain and just this frothy blood coming out and just like, oh my God.
It does make you talk quite a bit. Chatty.
You know what I'm like when I'm like that, and I really wanted to fucking smash him one in the face. But
And you could get quite a reputation for being something of a bullshit artist.
Very chatty.
I mean, I'm not going to go around saying, excuse me, those are my things that she's wearing, and those are my...
Or just a bit of a wanker.
I tell you, I once took speed every day for a whole year, yeah? And look at me now. I mean, do you see uno problemo? No?
I've had paranoid experiences and things like that.
You can get somebody walk past you and just look at you. Oh my God, he's looked at me. And you'll think, wow, they've well got it in for me. Like, well, you know something? They've got my number. They're going to get me.
In extreme cases, you get speed psychosis.
He seems to be going out almost every night now.
Oh, I know. It must be costing a small fortune. Well,
Paranoia is basically anything from a straightforward case of thinking everyone hates you to the more advanced delusions, where Cilla Black is trying to have you assassinated.
Amphetamine is a Class B drug. It's naughty, naughty, naughty. And if you prepare it to inject, that's Class A. Possession, supply, and production, it's all illegal. And when I get you, I'll pull out your fucking heart.
Look, I'll try to keep this simple so that everyone can understand and stop tossing me off with bollocks drugs. I don't want to turn into my mother. I don't want to turn into a pill-popping paraplegic. And I don't want to spend my leisure hours inside a fucking bin liner. I just want to end up on a high, not a hospital bed. Tell me something good.
But, you know, really, given the choice, yeah, I'd give speed a miss. I'd give it a miss in favor of the king of the up, the heavyweight champion of party drugs, yeah? I want you to meet my friend, Charlie.
See, Charlie, snow, toot, high horse, Bolivian marching powder, nose candy, Shelby, Shelby did that, my cocaine, Palico, wanker powder, quick step, jazz, nose cola, flack, Starbucks, snort, water lady, happy dust, cock.
Don't think I've ever enjoyed myself as much. I mean, it was absolutely wonderful stuff.
It was amazing.
Street cocaine usually comes as white powder. It can be snorted or injected. The effect is orgasmic. Tonic wines used to contain loads of coke. Most of the music industry still does.
Just this sort of rush.
Ecstasy and cocaine are both very sexy drugs.
I don't know, it was just like, you know, it was like coming, basically. It was just like this, amazing, you know.
I mean, I've spent days in bed all day, snorting lines of cocaine and having sex, and it's great. I mean...
Oh, this is Ripper! Oh, this is me! How do I do it? Come on, how do I do it?
Well, basically, it's like I was telling you with speed. You just chop it up and put it in a line and whack it up your hooter.
Makes you a bit pompous, really.
Everything was fantastic. You could go out and you could drink.
You can take on the world when you're on coke.
And I remember for about 20 minutes opening the window and screaming at this copper.
It's more of a love yourself euphoria.
You know, sort of insanity stuff like that. It was just like this, whoa.
It's a bit of an arrogant buzz.
I am the Lord God of Abraham, thy father.
But I like it.
Yes, all right. Sold, I'm in. How much is it?
If I was incredibly rich, I think I probably would do it. You know, I mean, they say it's the drug of the rich and famous, and I think it is, definitely.
Mind you, cocoa is way spenny. You could end up doshing mucho dinero.
I hear you.
And the effect lasts for a much shorter time.
Oh, major bummer.
Hold your wagons, chumshine. Circle the horses. I mean, something here smells deeply of fish.
Not into it.
I thought this was supposed to be the king of ups. Now it's not a bloody patch on the last one. I mean, excusez-moi. Is someone pulling my dick here?
I fell asleep.
Am I being done?
Very expensive.
Has someone just stamped "rip me off" on my forehead?
As I say, I haven't got the time to blow loads of money anymore.
I mean,
After that surprise-free gift hidden inside, look no further. Cocaine is so convenient to cut with other powders. Bought Charlie? Snort chalk. Shop around for something special, and he might even be running out the back with 90% baby laxative.
come on, please. I'll pay. Come on.
Some intravenous heroin users mix heroin with coke to create a speedball.
Oh, yes.
Half of you saying, yeah, come on, let's go, like, it's great. And the other one's going, well, man, chill out.
That's what did for River Phoenix, isn't it?
Wonderful actor. Shame.
Terrible shame.
You're not quite sure what's going on, like a puppet, really.
Some excellent film.